I'm Bill DeFoi with News Junkies, and welcome here to the Ventura Boys and Girls Club on Olive Street in the city of Ventura. Joining me right now is Kris Ehrman, and he's with the Notes for Notes program here at the Boys and Girls Club. Kris, welcome in here.
Thanks for having us.
All right, now tell us a lot really is what we're going to hope for here in the next few minutes. But tell us the background of Notes for Notes. This is a program that is unique to the Boys and Girls Club, and it's a nationwide program.
Yeah, Notes for Notes started actually in Santa Barbara, just up 45 minutes north of here. And it started by two guys with a common idea that music is a universal language and that every kid should get that chance to have a positive experience with music. So we started in the Boys and Girls Club up there. Serendipitously ended up in Nashville, and word started to spread throughout the communities and Boys and Girls Clubs. And next thing you know, Ventura is knocking on our door, and the community came together, and now we have one here in Ventura.
So how long did it take to construct this studio? And it's a full-on studio.
Yeah, it took a little over a year. I remember some of the earlier meetings, and then once you get the word out, it's a really easy sell music for kids.
So the kids that come in here, do they have to be musically gifted to become a part of the program, or do you teach them from ground zero all the way up?
We'll take anybody. Ground zero, their first note to their first chord to their first song, CD, and then they're licensing their first song. I've had conversations with teens about how to register their titles with BMI or ASCAP.
Well, that's interesting. So it's really a complete program for those that truly want to pursue maybe music as a career or just as something to do in their spare time.
Absolutely.
So how did you get involved with music?
I got involved with music, let's see here, it was a neighbor kid, moved to a neighborhood, and he had, he's a Kiss fan, he had a drum set in his garage, and we just went for it. My family is musical, not so much my parents, but my, grandparents and whatnot, so it wasn't a too much of a learning curve, but I just stayed with it, and, I tell some of those similar stories to kids now of how I learned how to play music.
So what kind of instruments do you play?
I started with drums, and then I moved to guitar and bass, got interested in songwriting and the engineering aspect, and as a working musician and just having empathy for kids in the community, started working with teens, and when I moved to Santa Barbara, Notes for Notes was a perfect fit for me.
The number of instruments within the studio here, I've seen drums, guitars, keyboards. I mean, you've got really all of it here.
Yeah, we have something for everybody. Drums and keyboard are the first thing we invite the young ones, because there's instant instant gratification there. There's no, with the guitar it could be difficult, but drums and keys are perfect for that age group.
And what about those that want to pursue being a vocalist?
I prefer starting them out with karaoke and just kind of imitate and innovate, fake it till you make it is what I like to say. But start them off with karaoke, then the next thing you know, we're recording their voice to a karaoke track, and they get to hear that back and have that awkward moment. And then it's singing live, I can play the guitar and they can sing, and then we record that and just kind of get them just in motion.
Right now here in Ventura, how many kids are involved in the program? Do you have any idea?
Right now, we just had our kind of soft opening. We probably have 20 forms turned in right now. But every day we have little faces poking through that window out there and knocks on the door. I would say 50 right now, just here in Ventura.
And have you seen some, people that have come that already are musically gifted that maybe want to expand their horizons?
Absolutely. Sometimes you'll have a teenager that is just playing super fast, almost like as if they're getting paid by the note. Just like, and it's just like, take your time and, play the blues and just have like some passion for that music. And, he might be a better guitar player or faster than me, but I can kind of like show him how to be a mature player.
Do you have any interest from the kids of getting into the brass instruments, the woodwinds, anything like that?
We do. I don't see it too often. That is one of the few aspects of music education that remains in the schools. I definitely invite it. I would love to have a horn section. But this is kind of, what really, I guess, the kids that we attract here, I guess, are more the kids that want to play rock and roll or just play by ear, and it's kind of community family style music playing.
What about music composition? Do you have any classes for that at all?
We don't have structured classes for that. We do, like myself, I was a music major, so I've helped people tutor, with or help read their music from their choir. We have a few staff members that are graduated from Berkeley, so it's there, but we're really focused on that entry level.
All right. What about professional musicians? Do they contribute to their input into this program?
We've had visits from Jack Johnson, David Crosby. We've had, Peter Frampton just recently donated his time to put on a whole show benefit for us. It's my first day of work with Steve Miller. So yeah, we've had quite a few, established artists give their time and, if not a whole show for us.
Well, that is absolutely amazing. What is the cost of putting this facility together? Do you have any idea on that?
Yeah, to get started is about $60,000, and that will kind of cover us for the first couple of years, and then we're on our own, and it's just all about fundraising.
Okay, and you said that the genesis was in Santa Barbara, and it's moved here to Ventura, and what, 7 other locations?
Yes, we have 2 in Nashville. 2 in the Los Angeles area, just opened in San Fran, Brooklyn, Atlanta is right around the corner, Detroit's right around the corner. I'm speaking with someone tomorrow. Hopefully Seattle will, get the embryonic seeds going there.
So it sounds like this is going to evolve into a national program.
Absolutely, it's much needed, and I've never heard of someone saying, "Oh, free music for kids, that's a horrible idea." It's an easy sell.
Well, it is an easy sell because a lot of the programs in our public schools, they've been removed because of cost, cuts and things like this. And now you have an alternative where kids can come, enjoy and learn, experience and thrive.
Absolutely.
Well, let me ask you this. If people are interested in learning more about Notes for Notes, how can they go about doing that?
I see. If people are interested in learning more about Notes for Notes, visit our website at notesfornotes.org.
Notesfornotes.org. And if they want to come and take a tour of this facility here in Ventura, just call up the Boys and Girls Club?
Yep, 1440 North Olive Street.
1440 North Olive Street. Maybe whet the appetite of our viewers.
Great.
All right. Kris Ehrman, thank you so much for joining us. And you can check them out, notesfornotes.org, here at the Ventura County Boys and Girls Club. I'm Bill DeFoi. Thank you for watching News Junkies, a service of the Heritage Media Group.